The AFL Siren controversy, known as Siren Gate, was the controversial conclusion of a match played on the 30th of April during round 5 of the 2000. The match was played between St Kilda and Fremantle at Aurora Stadium in Launceston, Tasmania. When the final siren sounded, Fremantle was leading by 1 point. However, the umpires did not hear the siren, and play continued for around 10 seconds, during which time St Kilda scored a point to bring scores level. 4 days later, the AFL Commission determined that the match should have been ended when the first siren sounded and St Kilda was stripped of its last behind, resulting in the victory and the full 4 premiership points being awarded to Fremantle. Fremantle finished with a record of 15-7 in 3rd place, and St Kilda finished with a record of 14-8 in 6th place, with St Kilda bowing out first round of the finals and Fremantle losing in the preliminary final. The line in the sand match is the title given to the round 11,004 match between Hawthorn and Essendon, played at the MCG. A number of incidents in the 3rd quarter led to fights breaking out all over the ground, eventually turning into a 5-minute melee involving almost all players on the ground. Following the brawl, Essendon kicked 14 goals to Hawthorn's 6 to record a 74-point win. 18 players faced charges at the AFL tribunal from the match, with record suspensions and fines handed out. A number of brawls broke out on the Great Southern Stand side of the centre square, with many players getting involved. Players tackled each other to the ground, threw fist and jumper punches, and wrestled with each other. Hawthorn's Richie Vandenberg and Lance Pissewayne were particularly active, and Essendon's Adam McPhee, Mark Johnson, and Justin Murphy were keen to respond. As Jason Winderlish continued off the ground in the arms of trainers, he was struck by Campbell Brown of Hawthorn, an act which was described by Essendon forward Matthew Lloyd after the match as one of the most disgusting things I've seen on a football field. The round 2023 clash between Adelaide and Sydney, played at Adelaide Oval, finished in controversial fashion when, despite trailing by 44 points late into the 2nd quarter, Adelaide found themselves only 2 points behind with a minute and a half to go. A late goal from Adelaide's Ben Keys was judged to have hit the post by the on-field goal umpire, resulting in a behind, although subsequent replays show there may have been space between the ball and post. Then AFL CEO Gillan McLachlan admitted an umpire mistake cost Adelaide a goal and potentially a win and a finals spot. Adelaide also released their own statement where CEO Tim Silvers said the failure to review the decision was inexplicable, as the club now has no choice but to accept the result. Adelaide went on to finish in 10th, and Sydney finished in 8th, losing to Carlton in the elimination round. 1979 VFL Grand Final between Carlton and Collingwood shaped up to be an all-time classic, with Carlton leading by 21 points at 3/4 time. Collingwood charged back, only trailing by 4 points late into last quarter. Then occurred one of the most memorable moments in VFL-AFL history, when Wayne Harmes gathered the ball on the half-forward flank and quickly threw it on the boot. The kick flew into the right forward pocket, and with no player from either team in the vicinity, Harmes chased his own kick as the ball bounced towards the boundary line, diving forwards and punching the ball towards Ken Sheldon in the goal square, with him kicking a goal and giving Carlton a 10-point lead. Many Collingwood fans maintain to this day that the ball was out of bounds before Harmes punched it back in, being one of the sport's biggest controversies until 2023, when football historian Rhett Bartlett discovered new footage that appears to clearly show that Harmes was able to keep the ball in play.